Big news, big news, big news. I've got news so big that I have to zoom in on my face. That's how relevant they are. Hello internet, I'm Alias. I'm 21 years old, which means that I'm currently in the midst of going to university. So this year I decided to take my education and yeet it out the window. Yep, you heard it just the way I said it. I'm gonna take a 1-year break from university so that I can make videos. I don't know how smart that decision really is, but, you know, I felt like I needed a little break so that I can expand my horizons. That decision means 3 things. First, more frequent content. Second, better content. And third, I'm gonna be more active in my Discord server, which, by the way, you should join through the link in the description. That's pretty much all I had to say. Hopefully I make something good out of this year because I have to get started right away. I have to beat a bunch of hard levels. And remember, stay in school. The next difficulty that I'm meant to do are all the hard levels in Geometry Dash. There's 1.2k normal levels. No way there is that many hard levels, right? Okay, here we go everyone, we're at the start of the journey. We're at the start of my quest to beating all hard levels in Geometry Dash. I have no idea what I've gotten myself into. I don't even know how many levels there are. Oh my god, there's 8,000 of them. This is not gonna go well. This is very much not gonna go well. Okay, the first level out of 8,000 of them. Smooth Jumper by... And thus began the biggest journey of my life, my longest grind up to date, and of course, I immediately started contemplating levels that I was playing. So I hope that at least the ones that were made back in 1.0 are somewhat easy. I hope that I can sight read them without many issues. So far, it doesn't seem that bad. Why do I have a feeling that that's about to change? And sure as hell, change it did. Are you serious? How in the world was I meant to predict that that was there? And if you think that was the last of our starting issues, well, we are off to a very unfortunate start because just before I started recording this video, my microphone stand fell off. And now whenever I speak, whenever I do commentary, I have to hold my mic with my hand. Okay, this is where I died last time. Sure, I may have passed that spot, but I was in for something way more annoying. What? What? Now that's just not fair. Now you're making stuff up. Okay, now you explain to me how on earth I'm supposed to make that jump. It's literally just unfair. Am I not supposed to click that orb? Yeah, I am. But no matter what I do, I still die. Yeah, we are off to an amazing start. What if I turn the bypass off? Is that gonna fix it? Okay, that fixes it for whatever reason. So you're telling me that I have to beat every single one of these levels in 60 FPS so that they aren't bugged? Yes, Alias. That is exactly what you should do. I mean, it's kind of understandable because GD wasn't made for 360 FPS, but still, it's the first level. If the first level of this series was bugged, I can't even imagine what the other 8,700 levels will be like. And in reality, I didn't really want to know. So with my newfound 60Hz powers, I was sure nothing would stop me. Okay, I'm a legitimate 60Hz user. Please let me through. Thank you. I lagged. This is what 60Hz does. It lets you beat levels, but it doesn't let you beat levels. Despite my struggles, however, I was soon able to beat the first hard level. And this is the first level. The first level of the series completed. Now, I only have 8,705 of them to go. This is gonna take a very long time. Yeah, you don't say, Einstein. Speaking of Einstein, I did some math to see how long this would take. So 8,706. If all of my subscribers were divided into groups of 14, and then each group made a level, then they would make all the hard levels in Geometry Dash. I cannot even fathom how big of a number that is. So I beat all the autos, right? And I also beat all the easy and normal levels, right? And even collectively, that's barely over 20% of all the hard levels. And I can still remember playing them for like 10 hours plus only to finish like 150 of them. So this is gonna be one hell of a journey. Yep, that was the moment when I realized it. Plus there's one more thing I didn't mention. Hard levels are actually harder than easy, normal, and auto. And most of those levels I managed to beat first try. This one, I am already struggling with. But with the power of mystical voodoo-born magic and sight reading, I was able to make it through the second level. Oh my god, I was 100% sure I was gonna die there. Okay, that's the second level out of 8,706. It took me 6 minutes. By that rate, if every level takes me this much, this is gonna take me about, I don't know, you guys calculate it. I don't want to do math. I already have too much work with all these hard levels. I was so desperate that I spoke out a message to my future self. A message to my future me. If you're ever watching this, you should know that the times when you still had your sanity were amazing. You had a nice life, you were a very outgoing person who liked ice cream, and still had hope that one day he would accomplish the impossible task of beating all the hard levels. Seriously, future me, if you're watching this, know that this was not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. All hopes for the future, however, were still not lost. Hey, at least I one attempt at this one. If there's more levels like this, I'm definitely gonna beat at least 100 of them. Maybe. With a bit of determination, I shortly after finished the first page. There we go. This completes the first page out of 871. To put how long this is gonna take into perspective, imagine if you're reading a book with 871 pages, but every page literally takes 40 minutes to read. That's how long this is gonna take me. While most hard levels were relatively easy and took me 5 minutes maximum, there were some exceptions that were not so bright. Okay, as you can see, this level took me 61 attempts and 17 minutes. This is something that I don't want to experience. Eventually though, in spite of all the efforts, I reached the first milestone of 10 completed hard levels. And this brings us to a total of 10 completed hard levels. We got half the second page done and the whole first one. We are 1/870th there. So far my sanity is doing okay, but if you pull me through this 869 more times, I don't know how it's gonna end up. During the next hour, I saw some pretty interesting things. Okay, I'm pretty sure this should not be a narrated level. Oh my god, a custom song finally. The amount of times I've listened to Can't Let Go, I can't describe it. Also, despite the fact that this level was entirely reworked, it's still worse than a lot of the 1.0 levels I've played. That's ironic. That's true, it was a pretty bad level, and that even without the fact that you could skip half of it by going through a secret way. Eventually, I reached my second milestone, 25 completed hard levels. And with this, I have finished the second page of hard levels, and that means that I did 25 of them. I genuinely have no idea how much longer I'm gonna have to be doing this. Oh look, the levels have become self-aware. As I continued further, my journey transformed into an incomprehensible mess of anger. What? That's illegal. That's illegal. Whichever insect put this in his level, I'm gonna sue him. Confusion. What? How was I supposed to do that? And hatred. Okay, considering the amount of dislikes, this actually isn't even that bad. Okay, never mind. I hate this. This kept going until eventually my family put a stop to it. Okay, so I just got called by my mother. I have to come pick her up to work because there is a thunderstorm outside and she can't go home on her own. So that's gonna bring this episode of Hard Levels to an end. Collectively with the ones I completed before this challenge, we have 279 of them. Since I've got all the time in the world now, I'm gonna be streaming the rest of Hard Levels on twitch.tv/alias online quite often. You should come say hi. It's gonna be fun. Not really, boys. I don't know how I'm gonna comment on 8,000 hard levels, but you should still come say hi. So that's gonna do it for now. I'll see you guys later. Adios. Okay, the more hard levels I beat, the harder it rains. I'm secretly a god of rain and I don't know it. What now? You're gonna make me plow through this water? No thanks, dude. I'm rather going back to playing hard levels.